Hi and welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by to see what this video is all about. In today's video, we'll be talking about a very important topic that I think that most people will relate to. That is self-worth and value. Have you started valuing yourself? Do you know what you are worth? I mean, do you know what you are worth? Your worth, your value, do you know it? Because if you know your worth, there are a lot of things that you will normally and will not just tolerate or do those things because you know who you are and you know what you're worth. We have gone down the stairs to downgrading ourselves into tolerating a lot of things that we shouldn't tolerate because we are worth more than what those things should actually represent in our lives. And knowing our worth is not about how beautiful we are, it's not about how fair or how dark we are. It's not about how fat or thin we are. It's not about the shape of our body. No, knowing our worth is more deep, knowing who you are from the inside, knowing what you are worth, knowing what your value is. In the book of Genesis, from the chapter in chapter 1, verses 26, the Lord said that I will create a man in my own image. And in verse 27 below, he said, I created him in my image, and in my image I created them, male and female. So when you start seeing yourself as an image of God, when you start seeing yourself as God created you in his own image, you value yourself more than you should even be thinking about your physical body. This physical body was made of dust. Your physical things that we look check too much about is made of dust. And when you die, unto dust you were created and unto dust you will return. You will die. This body, this flesh will go back to dust. And who you really are, your soul will remain. It's untouchable. It cannot be built by human. It cannot be harmed by a human being. It cannot be harmed by anybody. Because when you say, if you think that who you are is this flesh you are made of, there are a lot of things and there will be a lot of depression in your life. Such that, for example, why do I say so? Because most of us are being looked down on upon by friends or by family members or even just by strangers. There are some people who will boldly tell you that, oh my dear, you look so ugly. There are people who are so mean, and there are people who will tell you that, like, oh, you don't look beautiful. Even people we date or even people we think we love, there are some people who really will make you feel less of a person. There are people who will make you feel like you are not worth even living. There are people who will make you feel like you are not up to the standard. Like even yourself, sometimes you will look at some people and say, "Oh, you look at beauty." If you are measuring your beauty, your worth based on beauty, you will keep looking at some people and thinking that they are more beautiful than you are, or they are even. Then you tend to think that they are more worth, and your value is so small. No, that's not how you measure who you are. That's not how you measure your worth. That's not how you value. You value more than what you look like. Yes, because you are made in the image of God. And when you look at the image of God, nothing that God created wasn't good. All that God created was good. And each and every one of us is so unique. Each and every one of us is so worth more than we think. Yes. For instance, when you place more values even on the material things that we own today, the way you treat them is different. For example, if you have car, whatever thing that you value so much, you want to just allow any kind of somebody, any person to just maybe maltreat it or even just make it dirty or even just treat it as if it's nothing. For instance, you can't be value your house so much, you clean your house and then somebody just comes in and eat and throw trash everywhere. You will not tolerate that. You will have to say, tell the person that, my dear, this is the trash can. You have to put your dirt in this trash can. Or you, if there are children, you correct them. You don't drop dirt in the parlor just because in the house, because you value what your house looks like. You appreciate what that house is looking like from the inside. So that is how you start appreciating who you are when you know your worth, when you know that you are created in the image of God. My dear, you are more valuable than any other material thing. You are more valuable for any person to come and speak nonsense to you. Yes, even in relationship, there are some people who will say, "Oh, my, you see, if not because of this and that, I wouldn't have even just talked to you because you are like this, you are that. You are not even beautiful. You are not even worth it. Look at how your shape is. Look at how dark you are. Look at how fair you are." People have their preferences and they will talk down on you. And if you start measuring your worth from the physical things, on the physical look of how you are, Sometimes you will get so depressed, you will get so anxious, you will get to, because the environment where we are, in this society where we are today, there is a lot of anxiousness, there are a lot of things going on, and you shouldn't allow those things to really tell you who you are. No, who you are is, you are an image of God. You are a precious being. You're somebody that was taken time and being created by God Himself. So you mean a lot to God. You mean a lot to God. So you should add more value to yourself. Tell yourself that I mean a lot to myself. If I mean a lot to God, why not? I mean a lot to myself. I should mean a lot to people around me. And then you start putting your limits, you tolerate you, because normally people will treat you how you even treat yourself. People will treat you from how you present yourself. If you don't value yourself, if you tolerate every rubbish, people will do that to you, and people will tend not to even respect you because you don't respect yourself. People will not tend to value you because you do not value yourself. Of course, you have to do the things that you want people to do to you. Yes, and then you set your limits. If somebody will like, if you are somebody, maybe people are being talked about that you are not beautiful, you are not this and that, you tell them that, look, all that God created is beautiful. I am beautiful in my own way, and you should never do that. You should never tell me that I'm not beautiful, because me, I know. For me, I don't think, I don't expect so much praises from people. Whether you tell me I'm beautiful or you don't tell me that I am not beautiful, I already know that I'm beautiful, baby. I'm beautiful, and I need nobody else to tell me that I am beautiful. If the day God created me, He said that all that I've created is good and beautiful. Why not? Why should I be telling myself that I'm not beautiful? I'm so beautiful. I'm so worth it. I am so worth living. I am so worth being who I am. Of course, you have to value who you are. You have to value you. And when you do all these things, my people, my sisters, my brothers, when you start putting this value, when you start discovering what you are made of, who you are, when you value yourself and you place that worth that you are so you are worth on yourself, when you paste that price that you are, because you are a precious being, you are nothing that should be smashed on. You are just not a bag of rice that should be bought at any kind of price. People will start thinking that, oh, you see, she's so proud, he's so proud. What does she think she is? You are what you are. You, of course, you are not just anything. You are not a piece of plywood. You are not a piece of sticks that you just be toasted around. You are not. You are somebody that was created in the image of God. My dear sisters, when you start putting that worth, when you start valuing yourself so much, you'll feel better. You will even not be feeling downcasted and so cast down, like, because you think that people think that you are not beautiful, you think that people think that you don't have that shape that you should be, you think that people say you are not up to the beauty standard, because the beauty standard you should be this and that. That's not what you are. You are more valuable than how you look. Your looks doesn't matter in this sense of self-worth and value. What you matter, what you looks like matter for those who think that value is being measured by looks, or value is being measured by skin color, or value is being measured by skin size, or whatever they think. But you should know who you are. You should know what you are worth, and then you don't just place any value on yourself, and any other kind of person comes and smash you. You say no. Point of correction, because sometimes when people just come to you, they according to them, they place their own value that they think you should be worth, and they want to go by that. No, you have to correct them. If that's not what you are, if the things are not aligned to your values, you say, no, 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 please, I can't do that, because it doesn't resemble me, it doesn't reflect me, I can't. You say no to what you cannot. You say no to what doesn't resemble you. You say no to something that you can't do, something that is below your standards. Yes, you can't take your precious car to your precious, let me say, your precious whatever thing that you own and is so dear to you. For instance, a car, or even a house that you just built, and maybe you want to sell it. A house dealer comes and say, oh, you see, these tiles have been pampered with, the house is dirty, and you start panicking and saying that, oh, yeah, we will reduce the price, we'll reduce the price, we'll do this, because no, You know the value of that house, so you don't sell it any less than what it is valued, just because the house dealer is saying that the house is dirty, it's been crashed, it has been this and that. No, 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 no. You sell the house for the amount you think it deserves. You place a value on that house and then you price it well. Don't even be intimidated because the house dealer normally would intimidate you that the house is like this, because he wants to take it to his benefit. And if you sell it at a very low price, he will be smiling to the bank. His bank account will swell while you are there being you are taken advantage of. It's just the same like with your body. When you value your body, even those who come to you for relationship or those who come to you, your siblings, and everybody starts seeing that no, we can't just do anything to this person. We can't just do, if we do like this, she will not appreciate. If we do like that, she will not appreciate. If we do like this, he will not appreciate, because he doesn't take those such rubbish. Nonsense. Yes, nonsense, baby. Sorry, I am sounding too serious about it, but this is something that we have to incorporate into our lives. We have to place some value onto ourselves, because a lot is going on. A lot is going on. People should not measure who you are from how you look like, from what you wear, from what your skin color looks like. No, you are more than that, because God Himself values you so much. You are a creature that God took time to create. You are God's handwork. And do you know what is meant by God's handwork? The creator of heaven and earth took time to create this precious being. Why will you place a very low value on yourself? Be more valuable, my dear. I'm not saying that you should go around throwing flowers at yourself and seeing some other person's like nothing. No. When you place more value to yourself, you also start with respecting people for who they are. You also place value on people. You respect people's limits and boundaries. Yes, because you know that everybody is worth something. Everybody was created in the image of God. That is how it is. Thank you. Stay blessed, though. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. Turn on the post notification bell, so that anytime I upload new videos, you'll be first to get a notification. Thank you so much.